Tibetan snake. He is Sergio Mora.
Thank you, Todd. I'm here with Asa Stevens making his pro debut here on Saturday night. Asa, when so many fighters are making pro debuts, they're doing it in small ballrooms, they're doing it in small rooms. You're doing it at the American Airlines Center on a big card. How excited are you?
You know, I'm super excited. This year had a lot of setbacks, but, you know, this is what we've been waiting for, and, you know, we're more than ready.
You know, those setbacks you're talking about, I believe you had 3 setbacks, 3 professional debuts that were canceled. And how exciting is it that now maybe the 4th time's the charm?
You know, it's super exciting. You know, we've been ready the past three events we were supposed to fight. So now that is actually on and we're here, you know, I'm super excited and ready.
Okay, there you go, Todd. Back to you.
Thank you, Sergio. All right, look who's joining me now, the always impeccably dressed fashionista herself, Franchon Cruz-Dezurn. You'll be fighting on the card as well against Ashley Curry, kind of a late replacement fighter for you. What do you expect to see on Saturday from her?
Well, it's always an amazing opportunity to fight on the zone with Golden Boy. And Ashley Curry has a lot of experience. She has over 20 fights. So I'm just looking to stake my claim, put my thing down, and dominate.
Yeah, you looked fantastic last fight until you lost a little bit of your hair in the ring. But you had some fun with it. Tell the story.
Listen. When the going gets tough, you have to go harder. And my coach asked me, did I want the belts or did I want the hair? And everybody know how that went. I said, F that hair, I want the belts. So now I'm rocking my quarantine plaits, and we're going to get it, no distractions. All
right, so to someone who's never seen you fight before, how would you describe your style?
Whatever one shows up. I'm a very complicated individual. I'm a Gemini, like long walks on the beach. But whatever one shows up, boxer, puncher, just to win. So tonight, well, Saturday night, I look to display skill and just have fun. 2021's here.
Now, your nickname is the heavy-hitting diva. Where did that come from?
Well, I always sparred with guys, and they said I hit pretty hard, and they like my style, so I just became the heavy-hitting diva.
All right. Well, as you know, it is New Year's Eve, and tonight at midnight, everyone sings the famous Old Lang Syne song. You tried out for American Idol. You didn't get picked, but you said, hey, since I'm not on American Idol, I might as well become a world champion boxer.
I told you.
You're doing pretty well. Let's hear it at midnight. Listen to the beautiful voice, guys. It's Franchon Cruz-Dezurn.
I didn't warm up, but I'm going to give it to you. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and Old Lang Syne?
Give it up, everybody. How about that?
I'm available for weddings, bar mitzvahs, and all that good stuff. Thank you.
Well, good luck to you on Saturday night.
You,
hey, Sergio, try and top that, buddy.
No, I'm going to put it on Alex Rincon. Alex, can you sing? No. I know he can dress, and we know he can fight, and he can play basketball. Now, Alex, I was a super welterweight champion. How do you make 154?
Pilates, hot yoga, jazzercise, all that good stuff. Nah, we make weight really easy. You know, we stay disciplined with our nutrition. We stay in the gym like we did this whole year, regardless of COVID, and we're ready.
No, that's awesome, man. You're the triple threat pretty much. You're undefeated. You're 706 knockouts. You're a southpaw. Of course, you're 6'3", but you had other aspirations as well. If you weren't going to be a boxer, you're going to be a college basketball player. Tell us about that.
Well, yeah, basketball's always been my passion. I grew up playing basketball, you know, off the street, and then on top of that, I was just, you know, playing basketball since I was in 5th grade, and I was doing really well. I was doing great. And I had a few scholarship offers that I wasn't wanting to see because I was ranked #1 in the United States. You know, traveling, I went to Ukraine, got a silver medal in Ukraine, and obviously the sky was the limit when it came to boxing. And I knew that was my future, that was guaranteed to secure, you know, financials in the future and take care of me and my family.
Well, we wanted you to sing, but your mic's not working. But no, I think you made the right decision, knocking out everybody. What can we expect from you on Saturday night?
Well, you can expect a show. You can expect the same Alex Rincon coming out sharp, ready, strong, fast, and put on a show for all my family and friends out here in Dallas.
Dallas in the house. Can you predict a knockout?
Yes. Predict a knockout, probably 2nd, 3rd round.
You heard him, 2nd or 3rd round from Alex Rincon. Good luck.
Thank you.
Todd?
Thank you, guys. Man, you guys could be brothers. Obviously, Sergio would be the uglier brother. Nevertheless, look who's with me right now. The big man, Tristan Calcruth. You'll be fighting Jorge Martinez, who's 4-5 with 1 knockout. You are an impressive 6-0 with 4 KOs, and you're from right here in Texas. What's it feel like for you to fight on the undercard of Ryan Garcia in Dallas?
You know, it feels great. You know, it's my hometown, so you know a lot of my people are going to be here, and I can't wait to get in the ring and start fighting.
Now, you went 92-2 as an amateur. What's the transition been like you from amateur boxing to a professional level?
It was 92-9, and
sorry.
No, you're good. And the transition, it was great. You know, with the help of Ronnie Shields and obviously my pops. You know, my dad, he helped me get all these national championships and things like that. And Ronnie really helped me sharpened up for definitely for my pro debut. And, you know, it's an honor having, you know, 2 great coaches, you know, always by my side.
Now, I know in the past you love to knock guys out. You're a be killed guy. What's the goals? Why are you laughing? Am I wrong?
No, you're right. You're right.
What's the game plan then for Saturday night?
You know, I don't really think about the knockout. You know, knockout really comes by itself. But, you know, my game plan is just to execute my jab, you know, look to counter, you know, just work off what we've been working out, you know, through the whole camp. That's my game plan. If knockout comes, then I'll be more than pleased.
Well, I know you got a lot of friends and family from Duncanville watching you right now. What's your New Year's message to everybody at home?
You know, well, first I got to say Happy New Year's, right? And, you know, I know everybody has a New Year's resolution, and I hope that everybody will stay dedicated to theirs because, you know, everybody has their one important, you know, New Year resolution. And, you know, mine's just really just the same, you know, just getting closer, you know, to my future goal, and that's, you know, becoming a world championship.
All right, you'll be facing Jorge Martinez on Saturday night. Good luck to you, Tristan.
Thank you.
All right, now we go send it back to Sergio. And Sergio, let's talk about our main event for just a second. You've known Ryan Garcia for a long time. How much have you seen him grow since the beginning to where he is right now?
Well, and he's on a 4 knockout streak. 4 knockouts, both of them back-to-back in the first round. I think that switch with Reynoso and Team Canelo has been the difference. But not only that, but he's maturing behind the jab, slowing things down, and, of course, he's explosive. He has the hooks, he has the looks, he has the following, and that's why we're all here. Here we're going to see him training, and the thing about training with a new trainer is the chemistry. That takes time, building the chemistry. But when you're training alongside a superstar like Canelo, I mean, that chemistry comes a lot faster. Fighting behind the jab, not just looking for the big punches, being disciplined, fighting tall, not ignoring the body. These are all things that a fighter needs to learn, but he learned the hard way sometimes. They learned the hard way through fire, but learning alongside Canelo is the way to do it with Ryan Garcia.
Awkward finish there at the end. Come on. You've been practicing on the rehearsal. For God's sake, Sergio, get it together. Now let's have a face-off time. Let's look at 2 fighters up here talking a little smack. And we start first fighting out of Scotts Bluff, Nebraska, ladies and gentlemen. He's 5-5 with 2 knockouts. Welcome to the stage, Rene Marquez. And his opponent, nicknamed Sugar Rush, 5-0 with 2 knockouts, fighting out of Victorville, California, Sean Garcia. All right, let's start with you, Rene. What was your thought process when someone called you up and said, hey, you want to fight Sean Garcia?
Well, I was actually getting ready for my finals, you know, so then I was like, well,
Ahora sí, yeah.
right now, why not? Let's do it. So,
Your finals in college?
Yes.
What are you studying?
I'm trying to be a counselor. So
What's going to be the tougher test, your counseling final or your fight against Sean Garcia?
you know what? Everything's tough, so, you know, it is what it is. So, yeah.
What kind of fighter is he in for? What kind of fight style are you going to bring to him on Saturday night?
Well, the reality, man, I go in there and I give it my all, my body, my heart, my soul, every single thing. And he says he's going to knock me out, and that's good because I'm willing to fucking die. Sorry.
Now go for it.
Willing to die for this shit.
Hey, your New Year's resolution of stopping profanity doesn't start till tomorrow, so you're good
Sorry.
today. All right, Sugar Rush, where'd you get your name from first, your nickname from?
When I was young, every fight before I'd have like a candy bar. I'd go in and I'd start swinging, and then one of the coaches that knew me was like, "Hey, you're Sugar Rush," and I was like, "I guess I am." So everything it stuck with me.
And what does it mean to you to fight on your brother's same fight card here in Dallas?
It means everything to me. You know, me and my brother's done everything together since the amateurs, and we always fought in the amateurs, and it was our dream to fight in the pros. And now that we're here and him fighting, you know, a good fighter, and it's going to be a great card, and I'm happy to be on it.
Now, I heard a great story. You were in the gym sparring one day, getting loose, getting ready, and all of a sudden Canelo Alvarez jumps in the ring and says, "Let's see what you got, kid." And you had to spar with the legend. What was that like?
Scary. It was scary. It was very scary. No, but, I mean, he wasn't going to go hard, but, you know, he's very smart. But, yeah, we were just joking around. But, yeah, he caught me with a jab.
Well, I knew he'd catch you, but did you catch him?
I tried.
All right. Well, what kind of fight are we going to see from you Saturday night as you take on Renee?
You know, I've been training very hard for months and months. And my past fights, I didn't really bring in what I know I have. And this fight, I'm going to come in and I'm going to do something different.
What advice did your brother give to you for this fight?
Let him miss. Let him do the wrong mistakes and make him pay for it.
All right. Well, good luck to both you guys. If we could get you to do a little stare down for us before we go. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Sean Garcia versus Rene Marquez, Saturday night, live from the Big D here in Dallas, Texas.
What are we doing?
All right, guys, face that way for us. There you have it. Rene Marquez, Sean Garcia. We send it back over to Sergio Mora with a little bit on Luke Campbell. Hey, Sergio.
Yeah, Todd, I'm here with myself. Actually, we're going to be talking about Luke Campbell. Luke Campbell is known as Cool Hand Luke, and if you know and see him fight, we know that he has that amateur pedigree. He brings that Olympic gold medal. He's a southpaw. He's only lost to the top opponents in Linares and Lomachenko. But he's a beast. It's the body punching that I think makes him special. It's the fact that he can box and he can bang. We've seen Ryan Garcia knock people out when they're coming at him. I think in this fight, with this particular style, with this particular opponent, he's going to have to do a little bit of boxing and a little bit of brawling. He's going to have to go looking for Campbell. And, of course, he's going to have to avoid those body shots and that long jab.
Expecting Garcia to go for the knockout, but Campbell says he's going to do the same thing. How likely is it that we see Cool Hand Luke go for the gusto in this fight?
Now, listen, Cool Hand Luke, I love watching this guy fight because he has ring generalship, he has defense. He's never been knocked out by the opponents that I just told you about, and he knows how to fight discipline. It's going to be a big statement if Ryan Garcia can get that knockout, considering he's coming from back-to-back first-round knockouts. It's going to be very difficult to do, but it'll be a statement.
All right, Sergio Mora will be checking with you on throughout this evening, or this afternoon, rather. Now let's bring up our next two combatants. Fighting out of Gauteng, South Africa, ladies and gentlemen. 16-1-1 with 8 knockouts, DJ Creel. And his opponent from Managua, Nicaragua, 35-2. He is the IBF light flyweight champion of the world, Felix Alvarado.
I have Mike 4 for the interpreter.
Welcome, gentlemen, all the way from South Africa. Have you ever been to Texas before?
Never. It's my first time.
What do you think about Texas?
Great. I'm excited to fight here. It's going to be a big card, and yeah, this is my time.
Now, you had no amateur fights. Is that correct?
No, that's not correct. I had 3 amateur fights, 3 losses.
You were 0-3, the amateurs.
0-3, man, and became a world champion.
Yeah, and
IBF world champion at 105.
Yeah, 0-3 as an amateur. You lost your pro debut, but you haven't lost since. What, 16 straight fights without a loss?
Yeah, that's it.
What was the changing point? What made you keep going?
It was just the will to win, and I mean, you know, I've always wanted to be a world champion. Boxing is my life. This is all I got, and yeah, that's it. This is what I live for.
So what's your style? How would you describe it?
I'm a boxer puncher, yeah.
And what do you predict will happen Saturday night?
Well, I'm here for 12 rounds. I know Felix Alvarado is he's game. We're here to fight. I'm prepared for 12 rounds, but I'd love to stop him. It's going to be a big statement for me to stop him, and that's what I'm looking at. Yeah.
All right, Felix. What do you know about your opponent?
Bueno, discúlpenme.
¿Qué sabes de tu
agradecido.
oponente?
¿Perdón?
¿Qué sabes de tu oponente?
Bueno, él fue un gran campeón en 105, ahorita él está saltando de categoría en 108. Yo creo que ha valido la pena tanto tiempo esperar. Estoy contento por estar aquí. debutar con la empresa Golden Boy y ya era hora que se nos diera esta pelea tanto para él igual para mí.
He said that it's a big fight. You know, he was a big fighter at 105. Now he's at 108. It's, you know, been a long time coming. He's been waiting very long for this fight, and he's very happy to debut with Golden Boy as well.
And your twin brother is also fighting on this card. Who's the better boxer, you or your brother?
Tu gemelo también está peleando en esta cartelera. ¿Quién es el mejor peleador, vos o René?
No, bueno, entre yo y mi hermano pues no tenemos preferencia, simplemente pues hemos hecho nuestro trabajo, gracias a Dios, muy bien. Agradecido con la empresa Golden Boy por hacer este sueño posible de dos hermanos gemelos, campeones mundiales, defender el título, los títulos en un gran evento de Golden Boy con Ryan Garcia y Campbell. Y la verdad que estamos emocionados y queremos pues lucir y demostrarnos al mundo del boxeo.
So they said they don't really have a preference on who's better, but they say, you know, they've done their work really well, and they're really grateful to Golden Boy and everyone for having this opportunity. It's a huge deal to have two world champion brothers fighting on the same card, twins, and defending their titles on the undercard of the Garcia Campbell card. They just really want to shine.
Finally, what is your prediction for this fight?
¿Qué piensas cómo va a terminar la pelea contra Creel?
Oh, la verdad que yo me he preparado de muy buena manera. Esta es una de las peleas que más hemos analizado por el tiempo que nos ha tocado esperar por cuestiones de la pandemia, pero la verdad que estoy contento. Yo no me gusta decir en qué round voy a ganar, simplemente me gusta hacer mi trabajo en el gimnasio y los resultados se dan arriba del ring. Espero que DJ Creel también se haya preparado para que sea una muy buena pelea y le deseo lo mejor tanto como él y nosotros pues también venimos a hacer aquí nuestro trabajo.
He said he's prepared very well. You know, it's one of the most exciting fights for him because of the pandemic and everything that's been going on. So he's very excited to get in the ring. He doesn't like to predict what round things are going to end in, but he did his work in the gym. He hopes that Creel did his work as well so that they can put on a good fight. And he's just here for a good fight.
Okay, and finally, what would you like to say to everyone watching back home in South Africa as they get... Actually, is it the New Year yet? Have we already passed midnight in South Africa?
It's New Year's. It's
All right.
New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's Eve, South Africa. I'm excited that we've got DAZN showing in South Africa now. Everyone can watch me live. And I'm just thankful to Golden Boy for giving me this opportunity. And I'm here to shine, man. This is my time. I just want to inspire and build a legacy for myself. I'm here to win. I'm going to be victorious 2nd of January, Saturday.
All right, set your mics down. Let's have a face-off if you could. Once again, everybody, Felix Alvarado versus DJ Creel for the IBF Light Flyweight Championship.
Here's how you can subscribe to DAZN. It's big fights, any device, one low price. We're going to see it right now on this monitor. Hopefully right now. Live TV is always difficult, but you can describe.
I mean, think about what a month it has been here on DAZN. We kicked up with AJ taking on Kubrat Pulev for the heavyweight championship of the world, followed by Canelo Alvarez's fight against Callum Smith. Now to kick off 2021, we've got Luke Campbell versus Ryan Garcia, an amazing value. You can get the entire year for about $100. It is the premier place to watch boxing, thanks in large part to Golden Boy Promotions. Okay, let's get set now for our co-main event of the evening, and what a fight this should be. It is for the WBA Super Flyweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, the challenger, fighting out of Maracaibo, Venezuela. He's 25-3-1 with 20 knockouts. Please welcome Roger Gutierrez. And from Managua, Nicaragua, 32-8 with 21 knockouts. He is the reigning and defending WBA Super Flyweight Champion of the World, Rene Alvarado. Let's start with you, Roger. Obviously, this is a rematch. What do you think happens this time around?
Esta es la segunda pelea. ¿Qué piensas que va a pasar esta vez?
No, bueno, primero que todo nos preparamos con todo para esta pelea. Sabemos que es una pelea muy difícil, un rival que lo conocemos de verdad, un gran rival, un gran campeón. Y no, mira, gracias a Dios por esta oportunidad, por estar hoy aquí. Yo creo que estoy muy agradecido con la Golden Boy, con la WBA, pero será una guerra y todo va a ser diferente, nada es igual.
First off, we are prepared for a tough fight. We're going to bring our all. You know, we know our opponent. This is a big champion, and thank you for everybody from the WBA and Golden Boy for this opportunity. It's going to be a war, and we're prepared for something different.
Renee, what do you remember about your first fight that you won by a TKO in the 7th round, and how do you think this one will be different?
René, ¿qué recuerdas de tu primera pelea contra Gutiérrez que ganaste por knockout en el 7º round? ¿Y qué piensas que va a ser diferente o cómo va a ser diferente hoy?
Pues nos recordamos, primero que nada, agradecerle a Dios por estar acá en este gran evento y pues en la primera pelea pienso yo que fue una pelea muy buena, obviamente porque me favoreció a mí y vamos con el mismo objetivo en esta segunda, mantenernos como campeón mundial en este 2021 y estamos muy contentos y agradecidos con Golden Boy por permitirnos ser parte de esta gran cartelera Ryan Garcia, Campbell.
So he says, first of all, he wants to give remembrance to the people from the hurricane. His first fight favored him. He felt in the first fight. He hopes to continue along that path and start 2021 continuing to be world champion. And he really just wants to thank Golden Boy and everybody for the opportunity as well.
Roger, you pulled off one of the upsets of 2019 when you knocked out highly touted Rocky Hernandez. It was a fantastic performance. It turned a lot of heads. What did that fight do for you and for your confidence level?
Que empezaste con una de las derrotas más sorprendentes en 2009 contra Rocky Hernandez, que fue una muy buena pelea para ti. ¿Esto te dio más confianza o cómo te afectó ganar esa pelea tan contundentemente?
No, bueno, mira, es una pelea que me abrió las puertas a grandes cosas, como lo pueden ver a una pelea de título mundial y no, para mí es una pelea como todas son difíciles y todas son de emoción cuando las ganamos, ¿no? Por eso, no, agradecido siempre con Dios por esta oportunidad y la tengo que aprovechar al máximo porque hay veces que solo una vez se presenta en la vida de un boxeador.
So he says it was a fight that opened a lot of doors for him, as you can obviously see from this world championship fight that he's in. All fights are hard, and it's exciting when you win any fight. So he thanks God for this opportunity, and he has to take advantage. So.
You were able to stop him last time. Is your goal to knock him out again?
Pudiste conseguir el knockout en la primera pelea. ¿Piensas que vas a ganar por knockout de nuevo?
No, nosotros hemos trabajado muy bien para caminar round por round. El knockout sale solo, pues si sale, pues bienvenido sea, pero hemos trabajado. Vamos a tratar de llevar siempre la iniciativa desde el comienzo de la pelea hasta el final.
So he says that, they're going to work hard round by round. If the knockout comes, then great, but they're just going to work hard and make sure to have a good fight.
We talked to your twin brother earlier. Is it better for you if you fight on the same card and he wins, or does it distract you if somehow he loses?
Están en la misma cartelera, ya hablamos con tu hermano. ¿Es mejor para ti si gana tu hermano? ¿Piensas que te va a afectar el resultado de la pelea de Félix?
No, pues estamos pensando, obviamente, vamos positivo que para todo el pueblo de Nicaragua ese día vamos a salir victoriosos los dos. Ese es el objetivo, hemos trabajado muy fuerte y sentimos esa gran confianza del trabajo que hemos hecho en el campamento.
They said they're coming in with a very positive attitude, and they are thinking that they're both going to win for their country in Nicaragua. They've worked hard, and they're thinking that they're both going to come in and get the win for their country. So.
Cannot wait. What a firecracker of a fight. 21 knockouts for Alvarado, 20 knockouts for Gutierrez. It's Nicaragua versus Venezuela for the WBA Super Featherweight Championship of the World. Guys, let's have you stare down. It's a rematch, and it is our co-main event of the evening. And with that, we send it back over to the Latin Snake, Sergio Moore.
Thanks, Todd. I'm here with Eric Gomez, the president of Golden Boy. And Eric, I've known you for 20-plus years. In 20-plus years, we've seen one Golden Boy go to the top. Now we see similarities here with Ryan Garcia. This is going to be the biggest test of his career. What do you think is how high is the limit for Ryan Garcia?
I mean, he's ready. He's ready. He's developed himself, obviously, as a fighter, mentally. This is what he wants. He wants to be on the big stage, and we're happy that he's getting that opportunity on Saturday.
Now, Luke Campbell will be, I know we keep saying it's his toughest fight of his career. Romero Duno, toughest fight of his career. Francisco Fonseca, toughest fight of his career. Both fights ended in the first round. This time we're saying it again. Luke Campbell will be the toughest fight of his career. What kind of fight do you expect from Campbell?
It's going to be a tough fight. I mean, he has some challenges. He's a tall fighter, southpaw. He's got a very good jab. But Ryan's ready for it. He's been gradually moving up towards that world title fight. And this Saturday is the beginning of the rest of his career.
Oh, I like the way you put that. Now, say he does come with another big win. What's next for him? Since Luke Campbell was a great matchup for him, what can be next? What names are out there?
We'll sit down. We'll sit down with this team. We like to take it one fight at a time. Look, Saturday's a tough fight. It's not a gimme, but assuming he comes out victorious and has a great performance, we'll sit down. There's plenty of opportunities for him, but we're concentrating on this one fight.
That's a smart thing to do, Eric. Thank you very much. Todd, back to you.
Thank you, Sergio. Of course, when you think of Golden Boy Promotions, the first name that comes to mind is Eric Gomez. But right after that, the Golden Boy himself, my guest at this time, a living legend and the man behind the madness, Oscar De La Hoya. Welcome to Texas.
Thank you. Good being here.
I know you fought here many times. What are your thoughts about coming back?
I did. No, it's beautiful. It's the fight fans are very very knowledgeable. They know the boxing game. They know they study boxing. They know exactly who's fighting, and they study the styles and who's going to win, and so it's pretty cool.
As you know, during this pandemic, many promoters have not been able to get any fans in the seats. It's been very rare, but you were able to pull it off here in Dallas. How important was it for you to do that?
Well, it's very important. Obviously, look, we have to make sure everybody stays safe, first and foremost. But it was important for this type of event, starting off the year with a big bang. We wanted to make sure that fans have the opportunity to witness a great event. And not only a great event, but witness Ryan Garcia live and in person. So we were able to pull off, I believe, 25% capacity in the arena. It's a sold-out event. We are opening up more seats. So we're excited. I think it's very important for the fighters to feel that energy, especially for Ryan Garcia that feeds off the fans' love.
Yeah, and you've been with Ryan Garcia almost from the beginning of his pro career. What was it about him that you saw as a young fighter that made you think this guy can have a future with me?
I think it's his love for the game. He's a professional inside and outside the ring, but he really loves the game. He loves fighting. People might criticize the fact that he's maybe doesn't take it too serious because they see him all the time. Whether it's on social media or TV. But I can assure you one thing, Ryan Garcia is probably the hardest worker in boxing today. And when people watch him for the first time, they're taken back and they're surprised on how easily he can dismantle an opponent. We've put him in with very tough competition. People have doubted him, criticized him, and he keeps steamrolling every single opponent. So we feel that that's his little I guess little secret weapon he has in his back pocket, is that he is a hard worker, and sometimes people don't give him enough credit for that.
When it was first, when Luke Campbell's name was first mentioned as a possible opponent, a lot of people thought Ryan Garcia is not ready for this. It's too soon. But he wanted this fight so badly. Did he have to sell you on the fact to give me Luke, or were you on board from the beginning?
No. I'm the type of person that believes in fighters, believes in the ability, believes in talent. And when I first saw Ryan, I believed in his abilities. I believed in his talent, and obviously this fight here is no exception. I believe that Ryan Garcia, we haven't seen the best of Ryan Garcia. He's 22 years old. He hasn't grown into his man's strength, and he's just right now getting stronger and faster and smarter. Like I said, he's a hard worker already, but you watch on Saturday, it's gonna be something special.
What does Luke Campbell provide? What kind of fighter is he going to be standing?
I think the experience is a factor in this fight. Luke Campbell, the fact that he's an Olympic gold medalist is gives him a lot of confidence. Gives people a lot of confidence to maybe think that Luke Campbell is going to beat Ryan Garcia. He has been in there with Lomachenko. He has been in there with Jorge Linares. So I strongly feel that, with that being said, Luke Campbell is coming in very confident. He is coming in, wanting to prove and to show the world that maybe Ryan Garcia is not what people think he is. But I'll tell you one thing: it's going to be a huge surprise inside that ring come Saturday night.
All right, so we don't want the fighter ever to look too far ahead. You want to focus on the fight, but you're the promoter, so you're allowed to do that. If Ryan Garcia gets this big win on January 2nd, what do you want to see next for him?
I don't think it's if, I think when.
There you go.
I feel very, very confident that Ryan Garcia is going to take care of business. I think that Ryan Garcia can fight anybody at 135. I think he can go up against...
He's called out Tank. He's called out Tank Davis.
He can go against... I love the Tank fight. I think Ryan Garcia walks through the Tank. And if you were to ask me like 3 years ago, I would have been kind of like maybe questioned it. But now that Ryan Garcia is the fighter who is improving, the fighter who is growing, the fighter that's getting stronger and faster, I think Ryan Garcia walks right through the Tank. I really do.
Well, Devin Haney will be with us on the broadcast. He wants a shot at Garcia as well.
Sure. Look, I mean, the beautiful thing about Ryan is that every world champion is calling him out,
Right.
It's not the other way around. Like, every world champion out there, and this is the unique position that Ryan Garcia's in, that every world champion needs Ryan Garcia. It's not the other way around. So it's a pretty cool position to be in.
And finally, DAZN has gone worldwide. Ryan Garcia and Luke Campbell was a big part of that launch. How important is this fight for DAZN globally and for Garcia to build his brand globally?
Oh, it goes to show you. That look, Golden Boy. We obviously know how to put on the events that really move the needle. And with Ryan Garcia, look. They're launching their global app for a reason with Ryan Garcia. He's a global superstar, and this is just the beginning.
All right, Oscar, thanks for your time. Good luck Saturday.
All right, see you Saturday. Thank you.
All right, we send it over one more time to Sergio Garcia. Oh, excuse me. Nope. Hold on a second. What am I doing here? Promo. All right. Well, I guess we're getting you ready then. We've done the co-main event. We've heard from Oscar De La Hoya. We've heard from Sergio multiple times. So let's get you set for our main event. It is, of course, Ryan Garcia versus Luke Campbell, Fire and Ice.
Something inside me that has this fire. I don't start fires, I put them out.
This is something that comes along every now and then in generation. And it's no hype. I'm telling you, it's special.
I don't think he beats Luke Campbell.
I want to hit him, and I want to hurt him. I'm going to beat the shit out of Luke Campbell.
This fight was supposed to happen earlier this month. Obviously, it was delayed, but we can't wait for it to get here, and it happens in 2021, January 2nd, live from the American Airlines Center right here in Dallas, Texas, in front of live fight fans, one of the great fight states in the United States, and it'll feature a man from all the way across the pond. Please welcome to the stage. He is 20-3 with 16 knockouts, a former gold medalist from Great Britain. He is Cool Hand Luke Campbell. And his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, he is undefeated, 20-0 with 17 knockouts and arguably the fastest hands in all of boxing. Welcome to the stage, the Flash, King Ryan Garcia. Ryan wants to take his mask off so people can see how pretty he is. Same thing with you, I guess, Luke?
Yep, done.
All right. Welcome to Dallas, Texas. How does it feel to be back in the United States?
Yeah, great. I love fighting here. I think it's fantastic. Massive show, and I'm excited to be here main event yet again.
You know, it's strange to me because I've never heard two opposing camps that are so confident their fighter is going to win. All his guys think they're going to walk right through you. You think you're way more talented than he is, and it's a big step up. Why are you so confident that you're going to beat this guy?
Because I want to prove that I'm the best in the division, and I believe I'm the best in the division. And once I beat Ryan, you know, that'll prove a lot of questions.
Do you think I've heard before that you said you don't start fires, you put him out. You don't talk a lot of trash, but you predicted you're going to knock him out. Why is that?
That's just what I feel.
What is it that you see in his game that makes you think he's susceptible?
You know, of what I've seen of him, he's good. You know, he's fast. You know, he's got good skill, but I just believe in myself.
Are you buying the hype that this guy's going to be the next great thing in boxing?
Well, we'll soon find out on Saturday night.
I guess we will. He'll be the perfect test for you. This is a big step-up fight for you. What were your thoughts when someone said, hey, do you want to fight Luke Campbell?
I wanted this fight after Fonseca. I called out Linares, and obviously I mentioned Luke's name. So when Linares fell through, you know, time passed, and they offered Luke Campbell as a mandatory, so I was excited. I was like, well, my dream's coming true. I get to fight the guy I want to fight, and I was already wanting to fight him, so guess the stars aligned perfect.
I was watching a recent program with you on DAZN where you were watching some of his fights on TV, and you were almost laughing because you said you saw so many openings to knock this guy out. What do you see when you watch Luke Campbell fight?
I think I've always said he's a good fighter. I never said he wasn't a good fighter. But I just know that with my skills and what I have and all the hard work I put in, I'm confident that I will come victorious.
So this guy thinks he's going to knock you out. You've seen he's been blitzing through people. His last fight only lasted about 50 seconds. Is your strategy just going to be to avoid the early knockout and then wear him down as the fight progresses?
My strategy is just to win, you know, by any means possible.
Most of his fights end early, though. He hasn't been long distances. I think he's only been the distance once in the.
It's because I didn't let it happen.
Yeah,
that's the only reason. But I've trained as hard as I can for 12 rounds. So if it happens to go that way, I will go that way. If he brings it out of me, if he's tough, if he could take a shot, then that's what's going to happen. But I'm ready for it. So, you know, they could say all they want that I can't go 12 rounds. But when I get in there, I've trained as hard as I can to go 1,000 rounds.
But don't you have a little bit of unanswered questions yourself? Yes, you're very confident.
There's a lot of unanswered questions, but that's because I haven't got the chance to display that. You understand? If they took me to 10 rounds, 12 rounds, I would have went those rounds. But I haven't gave him the chance because I seen a shot and I took it. Now, if Luke could do it, he will do it.
Do you expect this fight to go the distance?
I expect this to be a great fight. I've trained for a war because I know Luke is he's a tough guy. You know, when he gets hit, when he gets dropped, he gets up, he keeps fighting. So like I said, if he could take the shot and he gets dropped, I've seen him get up and fight on. So I think that it might be a good fight.
There are some people that watched your fight against Lomachenko where you fought brilliantly, quite honestly. You were fantastic. That think maybe he took a little bit out of you, that maybe you've regressed a little bit because of that fight. Do you feel like that's taken some energy from you?
Yeah, everybody says that I perform well, but me and myself, I knew I didn't really perform to my best of ability. And when I watch that fight back, I can be so much better than that. And ever since that, I've trained, I've strived to be the best I can be and be the best version I can be for this fight.
To all your fans and family that are watching right now back in the UK, what's your message for them as you get set for this fight?
My message is just to tune in Saturday night. I've come to fight. This is going to be a fantastic fight, and I believe it's two of the best in the division that are facing off against each other, and it's going to be a fantastic fight.
Ryan, what say you now as you get set to fight perhaps should be on paper at least the toughest fight of your career? You're going to get some questions answered. What are you going to deliver for your fans Saturday?
Man, I'm going to just give everything I got with this year, all the loss of family members and just everything, the sacrifice, the tears, everything that we all gone through. I'm going to bring that into 2021 and bring all that I got. So make sure that you don't blink.
All right, before we have our stare down, let's send it right back over to Sergio Mora. Sergio, what kind of fight are we going to see Saturday here in Dallas?
It's going to be explosive, man. I can tell you that. It's going to be the ring IQ of a gold medalist versus the next golden boy, potentially, with the golden past and the golden future. It's going to be speed versus experience, fight IQ versus distance and length. I'm excited for this fight. I mean, it's not only going to be youth versus experience, but explosiveness. Get ready.
And once again, fighting out of the United Kingdom, 20-3, 16 knockouts. He is Cool Hand Luke Campbell facing off against King Rye, 20-0, 17 knockouts, Ryan Garcia. All right, one final time, we go back over to Sergio Mora. Sergio, get us set, man. Boxing back in 2021 here in Dallas.
I'll tell you what, aside from you, that's one good-looking main event, pun intended. Aside from the Golden Boy, Luke Campbell, Ryan Garcia, get ready. It's going to be exciting. This is a way to start off the new year. 2021, start out with a bang. Pun intended once again, Todd.
All right, so that will do it for us from here for now, but we'll be right back on DAZN tomorrow for the official weigh-ins. 5 fights on the card of our headliner. It'll be Garcia versus Campbell, Fire and Ice. And the only place to see it, of course, is right here on DAZN. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody.